Alright, Sentinels fans. I was in fact wrong. In my champs pick'ems, I picked DRX to make an upper bracket run and Sentinels to go out in two. However, that was horribly incorrect, as we can see. DRX have already lost. Sentinels, in fact, did not go out in two. And so today we're just going to take a look at how Sentinels managed to do it. All right, so the first round we're going to take a look at today is round number 6, so a little bit unorthodox. But however, I just didn't think that anything like crazy strategical happened the first 5 rounds. It was mostly just utility combos, which can be interesting, but if you want to watch those, just go watch it on your own. So the very first thing that we're going to do is this. I'll have a DRX timeout actually. So DRX are very heavily favored in this round. But I think they lose it more than Sentinels win it. I'm gonna be honest. I know the Sen haters are gonna comment and be like, "Oh my gosh, he hates Sentinels," or Sentinels fans, sorry. But they have you'll see. But Sentinels, they're gonna go for this fast play in mid. The breach stun here, the neon slide is actually really nice, and Zekin looked really confident on this neon, despite it being like one of the few times he's actually played it in a pro game this year. He looks really good already. Like really confident, really well fleshed out, I think, in his agent understanding. But DRX, they're gonna go for like this miniature fake mid. However, combined it, they shoot the door, but they don't really combine it with the smoke here. They don't really put a whole lot of pressure here. So Sentinels don't really bite the bullet at all. They really don't like believe the fake that much. And then they're just gonna get the orb and they're gonna breach ult on the B. Um, but Sentinels, they read it very well. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. They read the breach ult very well, and they counter it pretty much perfectly. I'm just gonna let it play out for a little bit. So Tens unfortunately does get caught out here. People are starting to realize that he plays that spot a lot. He plays that a lot even in ranked. DRX, they take the site. They get Foxy 9 the plant. But the issue with DRX here is that if we pause it, they're playing 4 on the site. And Sentinels, they have this Fatal, they have this Neon ult. You can't do this against a Fade and Neon ult. You cannot play all 4 on. You're just going to get run over. And so yeah, Zelsus finds the first initial kill. They try to breach ult to combo back, but Zekin with the Fatal, or Zekin with the Neon ult, sorry, is just too powerful. Zelsus uses the Aftershock to clear that out. And 2v1, Sentinels end up cleaning up here. So yeah, you just cannot play on site against a Fatal and a Neon ult. That's just not something that you're allowed to do. And I feel like after the timeout that maybe the call was to play on site. I'm not sure. I'm not in the calls, in the comms, but like, you should not be playing on site there, especially with the breach ult, because you can breach ult the tap, you can spam the bomb. It didn't really make sense from DRX there. The next round we're going to take a look at is round number 8. DRX will end up winning this round. But as you can see, they start out with like this 3-1-1 kind of setup with flashback lurking on B. I'd like to point out that Zekin does have an operator. So very important. But if we play the tape, DRX are about to just go for a little bit of an AE kind of hit, miniature hit. They end up not doing it. They end up canceling due to the breach stun. But they get the info that at least 2 are here because they hear the Prey Dog, they hear the breach stun. And Sentinels are just a little bit late to react because you can hear them. I'm assuming, if I can pause, I'm assuming Saucy could hear. Let me pause for a second. I'm assuming Saucy could hear some people through mid. If we go back a little bit, like I'm assuming he hears the Neon here, he hears maybe the Sova. But they only just now start to react. 10 stays, and it's just a little bit unfortunate because the reaction's a little bit slow. And then DRX go for this really nice B hit here. As you can see, they're going to put 4 in market. Flashback is going to lurk here. He gets the info that there's an operator main. Um, so they actually play against this op very well. They crouch swing out. They double swing. The util is insanely good from DRX here. However, I still have an issue with their post plant. If we wait a second, they're still playing on the site in the post plant. Like you can still see, they had 3 in this front side area. They end up leaving. But they're not playing in main like the typical spam team heretics kind of meta post plant that you normally see. They're playing in this front side area a lot, and that will cause them some issues later in this game. And as you can see, from the last round we analyzed. Sorry, speaking is hard. It's early in the morning, but from the last round we analyzed, it's already become an issue for DRX, and if they don't address it soon, then they will end up losing this game. All right, the last round of this half we're going to take a look at is round number 12. And I think this really showcases how DRX had like a much better understanding. They had a very good understanding of how Sentinels wanted to play this map. Sentinels, pretty much every round, they want to put 3 on A, they want to set up somebody on this line, and then they want to rotate over to B. And DRX, pretty much every time this half, have just been faster. Like, they've been faster on the rotate, they've been getting to B when there's not many people on B, maybe 1, maybe 2 on B. Um, but they keep losing the post plant, which is just a big issue when you get a free site, but you can't win the post plant. And they were just not doing the meta post plant before, where you just stack and be main. However, this round will show they're gonna fix that
most of the time, and now again
sideshow for a second. But yeah, this round they're gonna fix that. They're gonna fake this A, they're gonna go back B, and then they're just gonna stay in main. So I'm just gonna let the clip play out for a second.
Was on 10s for the previous round. They're putting so much emphasis early on stacking players A on the defense to get somebody posted. It is working, but DRX once more start moving their way towards B main. They're never really worried about taking this part of the map. And it allows them to run these B execs pretty simply.
Yeah. Drone's just very far back just in case there is an offer into the B main angle. That's what they're anticipating. Clears most of the space again.
10's not playing market this time. On the backside spot. It's new for him. Can he anchor?
Whoa!
Not a chance!
That's rapid from Buzz. He takes out one of the star players, the Sentinels. No worries, no qualms. Up through mid. Flashback's still going to be opting in to try and play that backstab role and position. Tucks himself to the corner. There's a door in his face, and he can hear plenty of footsteps, plenty of rotations. Now he becomes that insurance policy. Buzz. Angle trains, but he's missed that timing. Still doesn't decide to hold himself up onto it once more. Overdrive's here. Just try and get Buzz out.
But yeah, as we can see, DRX, they take the site with ease. Sentinels actually do get a breachal online, but I think this really showcases like just how broken this B main post plan is, because they have a breachal into main, and it doesn't even hit. It hits 1 out of 4 players. Like, part of it is just a skill issue. Like, they should have ulted the corner a little bit better, but also like the fact that you can dodge this and then just instantly run back and play spam again is just broken. And then also, this Neon ultimate is broken. We saw an ace earlier from Zekin with it, a 4K from Buzz. Like, this is a crazy good ultimate. And Neon right now is just good, and honestly, I'm down for it. It's a nice change of pace from the meta we've seen past with duelists, where it's literally just Jet and Raze. And I can appreciate a new meta. And next round we're going to take a look at is round number 16, and this is a really good round for Sentinels. They get a little bit unlucky, but I think it really showcases just a lot of what was missing when they were playing their old set of comps with like the deadlock and, you know, double Sentinel, and just like this lack of utility combination. Because this round you'll show how nice that Sentinel's util combos can be, how nice their double swings can be, stuff like that. And a lot of that just could not happen with the deadlock for some reason. I don't know why, but you know, that stuff, as you can see from Trace, like, that stuff is possible with a deadlock, with the GravNet combos, but, you know, for some reason, Sentinels just could not figure it out. But they're going to go for a really nice double swing here on the Buzz. Tens gets the kill. And then DRX puts 2 in market, but the Breach Util from Zelsis comboed with the Neon, with the Fade Prowler is really nice. The stun is good, the flash is good. Oh, that's a DRX flash, but unfortunate. But Zekin just kind of, you know, he does not manage to win the fight. He unswings, but then Foxy9 has a Guardian. He's one of 3, or I guess 3 players of DRX have a Guardian. But any other round, I think that Zekin gets out there. But the high pen from the Guardian, just a bit unfortunate. But yeah, it's a 4v4 on site. And the util, or like the teamwork here, is just really good from Sentinels. They seize back site to force Bay in the swing. They eventually get the trade, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they get the trade. They get another, like, they're fighting as a team. As you can see, if we go back a second, Zelsis was also there with Saucy. He just gets killed initially. And then, yeah, in the 2v2, they're just going to group up. Sen's going to get the bomb. They're going to try for a CT push here. But Saucy misses his haunt, unfortunately. But yeah, they just group up and get the kill. And a lot of this stuff was what was lacking from Sentinels in Split 2 and in, you know, those playoff games. Like, just the simple coordination and the simple combination of utility and the simple double swings, like, a lot of that was just what was lacking. And so I think that they've done good to fix it this champs. So the next round I'm going to take a look at is round number 19, and I did just give Sentinels lots of praise. However, they do almost throw the map away here. They go on a 5 round slump after losing an eco on time, and so it really shows how DRX fixed the issues that Sentinels were having on defense. So they go for this 4 stack onto A. They do a little bit of pressure. They get Zek in. They get a trade back though. Tens. I don't know how Tens wins here or lives. Bayin should have had him. Both the players in Elbow should have had him. But yeah, so the Sentinels they end up leaving, and DRX they realize that they're leaving right away, like straight away. They're already rotating. If I get my pen out, these guys they're already gone. Let me play it again. This pen tool's a little bit annoying, but yeah, DRX they're already gone. They've already left. They're about to go through a market hit here, and they're really smart to realize that they can. This is the thing that DRX do a lot. They invest ultimates when they're on eco, and so they pick up the gun from Zekin, and they end up investing both the breach ult and the Sova ult. So they breach ult 2 players. They win the duel on Saucy, and then Tens was on the lurk on his own because he's 1 HP, and so he ends up trying to get the bomb with his ult, but it
Three
gets
bodies.
blocked. It's crazy. Let me play that again. This is a crazy move.
He can pick the spike up. They're trying to stack it. 3 bodies. Is
Yeah, they blocked the
Beautiful by
Omen ult to
DRX.
win the eco round, and it's just absolutely insane. Like DRX, I would not count them out. Like they could make a lower bracket run, it would completely f over my pickums, but I would not count DRX out for sure. When they're doing stuff like this, and it just looks easy for them this round. And this was an eco, if you remember, so it just looked easy. All right, the last round I'm going to look at today is round number 28, which does put Sentinels over the edge of winning this game. And I think this mainly shows how they have fixed the issues that came from their deadlock and from Split 2. And, like, if you think about it, like, Split 2 Sentinels, they just did not win any kinds of rounds like these. If we play it, they're just going to go for a 5-stack hit on the A, like, literally just run it down. And old Sentinels did not win a single one of these rounds. I think that double initiator, double smokes really helps them a lot more compared to what they were in the past with the double sentinel. But yeah, they 5-stack hit the site. They end up losing one unluckily through a smoke, but they get in the post plant. They go for a really nice like little mini combo here with the stun with the prowler. It unfortunately does not catch anybody. But yeah, this guy Saucy, he was on point this game. He may not be top of the scoreboard, but the amount of impact some of his frags had, that 4K to win the round earlier. This little calm 2K here. Tens, I don't know how Mako wins that, but Saucy trades it out. He gets the fatal online. And yeah, they win the game pretty much off of this 5-stack hit. And like old Sentinels, Split 2 Sentinels, they were not winning this. And that's why I was a big Sentinels doubter earlier. However, I have converted. I am a believer. I think that they definitely have a chance to win it all. I would not say it's a big chance compared to some other teams. Like I want to see how they do against something like a Team Heretic, something like a Fnatic, maybe even like an EDG could be a little bit rough for them next game. I especially against like a G2 or a Lev, some of those in-region matchups as we saw earlier with Trace versus EDG, they can get a little rough, especially when you've been dominated by a certain team for so long in region. But yeah, I think that Sentinels definitely do have a chance to win it all this time around.